to let go. I stopped chasing shadows through the rain, stopped asking yesterday to change. Some wounds don't vanish with the years, they simply teach your heart new ways. The nights are quieter than before, your ghost no longer owns the room. It visits like an old companion, then fades away with the morning moon. I thought letting go meant losing you, now I know it meant finding me. I learned to let go, not because I stopped loving you. I learned to let go because love shouldn't leave me broken too. I'll carry your memory, not your chains. Keep the sunshine, release the rain. Some stories never truly end, they just become the strength within. The mirror shows a different man, the lines on his face tell where he's been. He wears his scars like tailored suits, not hiding them beneath his skin. The city still knows my lonely walks, but now they lead me somewhere new. Every step away from the past brings me closer to the truth. Power never healed a heart, time never erased your name, but peace arrived the day I chose to stop fighting yesterday. I learned to let go. I learned to let go without letting go of love. Some people leave your hands, but never leave your blood. If fate should write another chapter, I'll read it without fear, because goodbye didn't destroy me, it brought the man you see here. The city still wears the same old face, neon reflections, familiar rain. The streets remember every step I took, even if they forgot my name. I used to think a man was measured by the weight of gold he could defend, but fortunes vanish with the seasons, only character remains in the end. The nights no longer asked for answers, they simply let me sit in peace. The war inside has lost its soldier and finally offered me release. The silence doesn't frighten me now, it's the first place I've ever felt alive. When the music fades and the lights grow dim, will they remember who I was, or simply where I've been? When the curtain falls and the echoes disappear, I hope they speak about my heart more than the life I built from fear. Because every king becomes a memory, every legend turns to dust. In the end, the only empire worth leaving is the love you gave to us. I wore expensive suits like armor, spoke in whispers sharp as steel. People feared the man they witnessed. No one knew the man concealed. I smiled with scars beneath the surface, shook hands while hiding broken bones. It's strange how crowded life can feel when grief still leaves you all alone. You were the only honest mirror, the only eyes that saw the truth. You loved the man beneath the title long before I learned to. Some people don't stay forever, they stay forever inside you. When the music fades and every voice is gone, the memories become the melody that quietly carries on. No applause can heal a lifetime, no victory rewrites the past, but peace arrives the moment you decide to stop outrunning what couldn't last. I forgive the younger version of me, the one who confused pride with strength, the one who chose another battle when love was asking him to stay. I forgive the nights I wasted, I forgive the tears I hid, I forgive every silent moment for making me who I am. If someone hears this story, don't remember me for power, remember the man who learned too late that love was always the greatest honor. Don't cry because it's through. Every ending leaves a melody, waiting to become someone new. If my footsteps disappear, let my lessons still remain. Tell them even broken hearts can learn to dance inside the rain. Tell them strength is gentle, tell them courage sometimes cries. Tell them the richest soul on earth is the one that never has to hide. The rain has finally stopped, the city's waking up again. Someone else will wear the crown, someone else will chase the wind. As for me, I'll leave the suit upon the chair, walk into the morning light with nothing left to prove. The music fades, the story ends, but somehow, for the first time in my life, I'm finally home. I used to curse the road you chose, blame the night you disappeared. Now I see what pain was hiding, the truth I'd feared for years. I was building walls, not a home, calling loneliness my throne. You walked away before I buried every piece of who I'd known. Some lessons only reach your soul after everything is gone. Some goodbye save you, even when they break The city's lights don't blind me now. I finally see beyond the golden empire means so little if your heart is left out in the cold. I still wear the same black suit, still carry silence in my stride, but strength is no longer hiding tears. It's learning not to hide. Every scar became a compass, every loss became a guide. The strongest men aren't those who never fall, they're the ones who rise without their pride. Some goodbye save you, though they never feel that way. They tear apart the life you knew to make room for a better day. I'll always remember your name, not with sorrow, not with blame, but with gratitude, because you're leaving finally taught me how to stay. I drove past the street we used to dream about, an empty piece of earth where forever was drawn. You talked about windows filled with morning light. I only promised I'd keep you safe through every storm.
We had blueprints made of laughter, rooms that only lived inside our minds. Now they're scattered like forgotten letters, buried somewhere time can't find.
Funny how forever disappeared before it ever had a chance to live. This is the house we never built,
the love we never got to fill,
empty halls, unopened doors,
a future lying on the floor.
I still hear your footsteps in a place that never was,
still see your smiling walls that turn to dust.
Some dreams don't die because they're weak,
they die because we ran out of time. The table never held our conversations, the fireplace never warmed the winter nights. No children's laughter across the hallway, no porch light waited for me every night.
Now every city feels unfamiliar, every road just leads me back, not to where you are,
but to everything we lacked.
They say a man should never look behind,
but every king is ghost he can't outrun.
An empire means so little
when there's no one left to come home to.
Oh, this is the house we never built,
Still standing only in my dreams.
brick by brick it falls apart.
Every time I close my eyes,
If another life exists somewhere beyond tonight,
build it with me from the start.
until then
I'll keep the keys
to the house we never built. stood where we said our last goodbye. The same cold wind, the same dark sky. But I wasn't the man you left behind. Time had rewritten this heart of mine. The road was long, the nights were slow. Every scar had a tale to show. I searched the world for peace to find, only to find it deep inside. You were never just the end. You were the reason I began again. That goodbye changed me more than love ever could. It broke the boy inside my soul and built a man who finally stood. Now I wear these scars with grace, not a shame upon my face. If I smile when your name appears, it's because you gave meaning to these years. The rain still falls on empty streets, but it no longer feels like defeat. The silence isn't haunting now. It's where I hear my strongest vows. The crown is lighter than before, not because I wanted more, but because I learned that power fades. Character is what remains. If we met again somewhere beyond time, I wouldn't ask you to stay. I'd simply thank you for loving me enough to walk away. That goodbye changed me. It became the best part of my story. Not because it didn't hurt, but because I refused to let it destroy me. Every tear became a lesson. Every loss became my life. The man I am was born the moment you disappeared into the night. Some people leave your life, but never leave your soul. And sometimes the hardest goodbye is the one that finally brings you home. The rain was writing on the window pane, like it already knew your name. Your suitcase waited by the door, while silence said what we couldn't anymore. I searched your eyes for one more sign, a reason not to leave this life behind. But some endings don't make a sound, they simply disappear without being found. I held the moment like it could survive, but memories aren't enough to keep love alive. That was the last time I saw you. The world kept moving, but I never moved. Your shadow stayed where your heart once stood, leaving me with all the things I never understood. The door closed softly, but it broke me loud. I smiled through tears just to make you proud. I thought goodbye was just a word we'd say. I didn't know it'd take my soul away. Oh, every street still knows some scars choose to live within. Maybe one day I'll thank the pain for teaching me I could stand again. But tonight I'm just a man alone, trying to make peace with a heart of stone. That was the last time I saw you, and somehow that became my truth. You walked away, I stayed behind, still chasing echoes in my mind. If love is measured by what remains, then you're still living in my veins. The last time I saw you was the first day I became someone new. I still hear your voice between the quiet, like the walls remember what we hid. 1,000 conversations never happened because we were afraid of what they'd give. We wore our pride like heavy armor, never letting our hearts be seen. Now every sentence that I buried haunts the spaces in between. If I could borrow one more night, I'd trade forever for one more try. These are the words left unsaid, still echoing inside my head. I needed you, please don't go. The things I never let you know. Now every silence sounds like regret. Every sunrise feels incomplete yet. If love could speak after it's gone, maybe you'd know where I belong. I replay every final moment, looking for a different end. But time won't answer all the questions or bring back what it couldn't mend. So I write your name in fading shadows, just to watch the letters disappear. Some memories never leave us, they simply learn to live with tears. Maybe forgiveness starts with silence, maybe healing starts alone. But every road that leads me forward still remembers where we broke. These are the words left unsaid, the ones I'll carry until my last breath. Not because I couldn't love you, but because I loved you too late. Now I whisper them
which to say will forever be my goodbye.
I don't call your number anymore, but my heart still knows it by memory. Every crowded room feels empty when your voice is missing from the melody. The city keeps changing faces, the seasons forget where we've been, but every road I walk alone brings your shadow back again. I buried every photograph, yet somehow you still remain. These are the echoes of your name, whispered by the falling rain. Every skyline, every flame still remembers why you came. I can silence every room, but I can't silence you. Some people leave your life, yet never leave the truth. The suit still fits, the crown still shines, the world still thinks I've won, but victories lose all meaning when there's no one left to run to. I've mastered every mask I wear, learned to hide what no one sees, but lonely kings still hear the voices of the hearts they couldn't keep. If love is really never lost, then maybe you're somewhere close. Not in the streets, not in the sky, but in every man I've become. These are the echoes of your name, not a curse, not just the pain. They're the reason I still stand, the fire that shaped this broken man. One goodbye rewrote my story, one memory changed my soul. I stopped searching for your footsteps because I finally found you in my own. Midnight sits beside me like an old friend, watching every memory begin again. The city sleeps beneath the rain, but my heart still walks your name. The whiskey's warm, the room is cold, 1,000 stories left untold. I built an empire made of stone, yet every night I face it alone. The louder the world becomes, the quieter I come undone. Silence after midnight, that's when your ghost comes back to life. No footsteps, no goodbye, just echoes that refuse to die. I won every war outside these walls, but lost the only fight that mattered at all. Now every heartbeat pays the price for the silence after midnight. Your photograph still keeps its place, while time slowly steals your face. I tell myself I've moved along, but lonely men can still be wrong. The moonlight falls across the floor, like you're walking through that door. For just 1 second I believe, then morning reminds me you still leave. Power couldn't change the past, money couldn't make love last. The strongest men still break inside, they just learn better ways to hide. Silence after midnight, it's where I meet the men I hide. The crown is heavy, the suit is clean, but neither saves what's left of me. If tomorrow finally sets me free, let these memories bury me. Until that day, I'll live with the sound of silence after midnight. I used to curse the road you chose, blame the night you disappeared. Now I see what pain was hiding, the truth I'd feared for years. I was building walls, not a home, calling loneliness my throne. You walked away before I buried every piece of who I'd known. Some lessons only reach your soul after everything is gone. Some goodbyes save you, even when they break you first. Some doors have to close forever before you find what you were. You didn't need to punish me, you left because we couldn't breathe. Now I thank the pain I hated, it became the man I needed. The city's lights don't blind me now, I finally see beyond the gold. An empire means so little if your heart is left out in the cold. I still wear the same black suits, still carry silence in my stride. But strength is no longer hiding tears, it's learning not to hide. Every scar but compass, every loss became a guide. The strongest men aren't those who never fall, they're the ones who rise without their pride. learn to let go. I stopped chasing shadows through the rain, stopped asking yesterday to change. Some wounds don't vanish with the years, they simply teach your heart new ways. The nights are quieter than before, your ghost no longer owns the room. It visits like an old companion, then fades away with the morning moon. I thought letting go meant losing you, now I know it meant finding me. I learned to let go, not because I stopped loving you. I learned to let go, because love shouldn't leave me broken too. I'll carry your memory, not your chains. Keep the sunshine, release the rain. Some stories never truly end, they just become the strength within. The mirror shows a different man, the lines on his face tell you where he's been. He wears the scars like tailored suits, not hiding them beneath his skin. The city still knows my lonely walks, but now they lead me somewhere new. Every step away from the past brings me closer to the truth. Power never healed the heart, time never erased your name, but peace arrived the day I chose to stop fighting yesterday. Fate should write another chapter, I'll read it without fear, cause goodbye didn't destroy me, it brought the man you see here.